It's nice to be back down in Lima at sea level. In Cusco, which is about 4,000 metres, and in Puno, Lake Titicaca, which is about 3,800 metres, the air is incredibly thin. It's said that not many people suffer from mountain sickness. All I can say is that in our group, 6 of us did, despite making our way up there reasonably slowly. And the symptoms varied enormously. One chap suffered from severe headaches. Another girl, she had a severe headache which lasted for a couple of days, and she was also nauseous and sick. But 2 of us had the same symptoms, and not very pleasant. During the day it's fine, because you just get breathless. Your heart goes a little bit faster, and you just go at a slower pace, to be honest. But at night time, lying in bed, I can only describe my own experience, and it was very similar to his. It's a bit like being underwater, breathing through a straw. And when you breathe normally, the straw copes with the amount of air you want to take in. But you get this dreadful, suffocating feeling, where your heart obviously isn't getting sufficient oxygen. And so you have to take deep breaths. In my case, it was about 4. And you had to take them through this straw, this imaginary straw, and it was quite difficult. So you take 4 deep breaths, and the oxygen-enriched blood meant that this suffocating feeling disappeared instantly. But only for about 6 breaths when it came back. So you then have to take another 4 very deep breaths. And this went on all night. This went on, in my case, for 6 hours, non-stop. And by the end of it, I was absolutely exhausted. And I couldn't wait for my early morning call at 7 o'clock. So anyway, when I got up during the day, I was fine. And I coped quite well. I mean, the rest of the time I was all right. And the following night, it was exactly the same. But knowing what was coming, I stayed up very late. So I didn't have 8 hours of it. Because you just keep looking at your watch, and time goes incredibly slowly. And then on the 3rd day in Puno, there was the threat of a strike about a mine being opened up down the road, and the usual action is to block the roads and stop people travelling. So instead of leaving at 7:30, we were asked if we would mind leaving at 3 o'clock in the morning. And as far as I was concerned, that suited me down to the ground. So I went to bed at 11 o'clock and had this sort of suffocating breathing business for 4 hours, which wasn't too bad. Anyway, we're back down in Lima now at sea level, and the symptoms have all gone. They go instantly, it's really quite quick. So if you're coming to this area and you're going up to Cusco, Lake Titicaca, Machu Picchu's not so bad because it's slightly lower down, but nevertheless you have to stay in Cusco to go there. And bear that in mind. It can be a quite unpleasant feeling. I was told later that in Cusco airport they were selling oxygen in cans, like a little aerosol thing. I didn't see them, but and I wouldn't have bought one anyway because I didn't know what was coming. But and some of them have a little face mask on, a little mask that fits on your face. How long they last, I don't know. How much they cost, I don't know. Whether they're very effective, well, I would think any oxygen with that condition I suffer from would be a real bonus. So, yeah, I can't say as I would recommend it, but if you want to give them a go, give them a go. So that's my experience of altitude sickness anyway. I didn't have a headache. There was no headache at all. Just this suffocating feeling. Something I forgot to mention. There is oxygen available in all of these places, in the hotels. And when we were on our drive from Cusco up to Puno, which was, it took us 8 hours at the end of the day, across the 4,300 metre pass, and then across the Altiplano, large flat plateau area, which is again 4,000 metres. There was oxygen, an oxygen cylinder on the bus. That was the only time I saw it. But if you do suffer from it, very unpleasant symptoms at any time, then there is oxygen available in the hotels and I think on the buses. I was also informed by a fellow sufferer that at the Casa Andina hotels, they will provide you with a slightly oxygen-enriched atmosphere for a hefty whack. And I was also informed by somebody else that the Casa Andina hotel in Puno has oxygen in every room. The hotels we used didn't have that.